Hello, and welcome to SIGDOC 2020, hosted virtually by the University of North Texas. Now, I would love nothing more than to be giving this welcoming address to you in person on the beautiful UNT campus in Denton, but I am still looking forward to seeing how we, the members of SIGDOC, continue to create a warm sense of community through Ethernet cables or mobile devices or however you're accessing the content in conversation for this year's event. If this is your first time attending SIGDOC, welcome. We're thrilled to have you on board. I have no doubt you'll quickly experience the personally hospitable and intellectually rigorous tenor of the usual SIGDOC conference student life. And based on the overwhelming number of registrants for this year's virtual event, I really don't foresee us missing a beat. Now, before I laud the unbelievable service done in the past year by the conference committee, I'd like to first extend my warmest sympathies to those who have endured loss this past year at the hands of an unforgiving virus. I'd also like to extend my warmest sympathies to those in the Black community who have endured trauma and grief at the hands of a seemingly unforgivable government force. And to those who were thrown into disequilibrium this year by one or both of these, I want to communicate to you that SIGDOC, albeit an organization of modest size and resources, acknowledges these disruptions in the balance between work and life, which is already precarious, and wants to help in any way we can in supporting scholarship. During a time where it seems like the most insignificant but also the most significant thing that we can be doing. So I hope everyone in attendance feels safe and supported. Speaking for myself, I couldn't be happier that you're here. I feel particular kinship with those who believe that the study and practice of effective communication can help us move forward. Now, given the singular year we're having, the executive committee consisting of myself as chair, Sarah Reed as vice chair, Susan Youngblood as secretary-treasurer, Emma Rose as past chair, as well as Derek Ross, who is the editor-in-chief of Communication Design Quarterly, was really moved to think about more concrete ways that we could commit to the spirit of support, specifically how SIGDOC can facilitate research and practice on how communication design can work towards social, racial, environmental, medical, and educational justice. So we decided two things. First, to theme this year's career advancement research grants around the topic of justice-oriented communication design projects. And you could read the call for the website, and I strongly encourage doctoral students and early career faculty to apply to that grant. We also decided, second, to create a new permanent budgetary line of $2,000 to sustainably support justice-centered initiatives in the design of communication. So the executive committee, board, and other SIGDOC members will convene this week to discuss further the nature and scope of this allotment. We want to be as inclusive as possible in this process. We also have a few other ideas we'd like to pursue this next year, and we'll keep the membership informed, of course. So if you're not already, be sure to subscribe to the SIGDOC listserv, like the group on Facebook, or follow on Twitter. Like I said, we're working to be as inclusive as possible in our organizational decision making. Now, this conference. Wow. When we decided officially to transition this event to virtual, we anticipated the workload of our conference committee and board to be different, of course, but weren't sure just how. So rather than just do the bare minimum to get content online, our conference chair, Stacy Pigg, and her team worked to skillfully, tirelessly craft a meaningful virtual event that hit all the usual notes one comes to expect at a SIGDOC event. So I'd like to personally acknowledge Stacy Pigg, conference chair, for her unmatchable leadership in facilitating all the moving parts while maintaining a cohesive vision for the event. Program chairs Josie Walwema and Daniel Hocutt for their tireless curation of our program and unwavering commitment to support the scholarship of this community. Local chairs Chris Lamb, Autumn Hood for their diligent work in having the program and logistics represent the University of North Texas. Student Research Competition, SRC Chair, Sonia Stevens for her thoughtful and supportive work in bringing the competition to a new modality while still supporting our student members, which is such a core part of what we do. Sponsorship Chair Jordan Frith for his liaising work and bringing in sponsorships to help keep our event affordable. And then from the board, Access Chair Sean Zdenek for his insight and advocacy into ensuring our conference is as accessible as possible. Luke Tomine for his effective communication with our membership and communities at large in the fields that were represented. Jason Tham for his commitment to engagement on social media platforms. Adam Strands for his thoughtful curation of online spaces to facilitate conference interaction, and his, believe me, tireless technical work on keeping our websites up and running and usable. Nupur Ranade for her insight into the graduate student experience of virtual events, and Lisa Molassov for her insight into virtual event planning. So if you get a chance in this week's events, be sure to thank them for their efforts in any way that you see fit. I wish I could spend more time detailing the level of thought they work that they expended during this difficult year. I really wish I could just pray them all in front of you and give them a big round of applause in person, because the work that they did this year is just so impressive, and I'm really proud to have them on board. So that's all for me. I'm absolutely thrilled that you're joining us for this year's event, and I look forward to engaging in all aspects of the conference with you. Just even from reviewing the program, I'm already inspired at the work this community of resilient, compassionate, intelligent scholars and practitioners is doing. So, and we're just getting started. So have a great week.